Hello guys, welcome to this pick a card reading. We're going to ask, is this love, lust, a crush, or something else entirely? So we're going to see what it is from your point of view. We're going to see what it is from your love interest point of view. And we'll go probably a little bit deeper into it and then get some spiritual guidance for the connection as well. We have 6 reading options here. The numbers are laid out on top of each option. And I will let you go ahead and choose your reading. Then you can go to the timestamps in the description box and at the top of the comments below in order to go to your reading. I'll see you there. Bye, guys. Okay, this is going to be for people who chose reading number 1. I'm going to spritz some clary sage spray. This time around I've also got some lemongrass essential oil mixed in with there, which I think has a nice, I don't know, I feel like it's a smell that really helps lift like a down mood, like a depressed mood, so I like that smell. So anyway, I'm going to start out with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I'm just going to start out with 1 card for each of you, answering the original question, which was, is this love, lust, a crush, or something else? And then I've got some other tarot decks that I might call upon to clarify those cards if necessary and get a little deeper into it. So let's shuffle one more time. Okay, this is going to be you. Oops, and this is going to be them. Okay. Whew, so we have the 5 of Swords for you, and for them we have the Devil card. So I actually feel like there is a little bit of a similar energy with the 2 of you. Of course, you know, I should have said this in the intro, but take tarot readings, whether it's a YouTube reading or a personal reading, whatever, with a grain of salt. You need to think about, you know, does this make sense for me based on my own intuition? Does it make sense to me based on the actual facts that I know to be true? So with that said, you know, take it as it resonates. But what I'm feeling here is that you know, there's a feeling of maybe wanting to be with this person partly because it makes you look good. Maybe you feel like, haha, I'll show those other people who thought that I would never, you know, be able to be with someone like this. That kind of energy. Or if it's not that, it's some sort of like, it's a very competitive energy, like wanting to be the victor in this situation. So, I mean, this reading is more about, you know, what's the purpose or the motive behind your feelings. You know, is your purpose love? Is it, you know, more of a crush? Whatever. So I feel like for you guys, it's kind of like there's this feeling of one-upmanship. Maybe you've seen a lot of other people being interested in this person and you want to be the one that they choose, you know, or you want to be the one to win them over, that kind of thing. Now with the Devil card, this is representing their feelings for you. Well, first of all, the Devil card indicates more of a lust energy. So I would say in terms of those options, this is more of a lust that they have for you as well. But it also can be that kind of superficial, like I want to be with this person because it makes me look good kind of a feeling. Let's just clarify. Let's use the Everyday Witch Tarot because it's a pretty lighthearted deck. Let's see here. Just going to clarify. We'll get a little bit more into it because I think in general, energies are always a little bit more nuanced than just a one-word response, right? So let's see what's going on here with you guys. What is this? I'm going to just, with clarifiers, a lot of times I usually just take them upright because they're just clarifying the existing card. So we have the Fool, the 5 of Cups, okay, and then the High Priestess. My feeling is that you took some sort of chance with this love connection, or you felt very open to it. You're like so certain about it. And then maybe you got rejected or got your heart broken, or things just didn't turn out quite the way that you had hoped. And it made you feel a little bit like you had egg on your face, to use that phrase, which, you know, if you're not familiar, you know, you felt a little bit embarrassed by something that happened with this connection. Again, I feel like you were very concerned with how other people are seeing you in relation to this connection. And also, it's sort of like, to me, I feel like you have had such a strong intuitive sense that this person really likes you and that they're strongly attracted to you, which is correct. Your intuition is correct. But something has happened that makes you think that other people are not going to see the truth of that. And I think that bothers you, which is understandable. We're all human. And it is hurtful when we know something to be true and we think that other people can't see what it is. You're like, but I know this person really likes me. I know that they do. And I think it hurts your feelings a little bit to think that other people may not see it that way. So I feel like that doesn't mean that you don't also love them or whatever, but it feels like that's the strongest energy drawing you towards them at this time, is this intention of showing up other people who may have doubted the connection. All right, so let's clarify with them. We get the Three of Cups, which, is paired with the Devil card, is definitely a very sexual, sensual energy. Three of Wands as well. And then Ace of Cups. I definitely feel like they're very sexually attracted to you, and that's a lot of what's pulling them to you right now. But we also have the Ace of Cups, so there is love here underlying this. This is probably someone who it's easier for them to have this passionate attraction to someone if there are emotions underlying it, emotions of really caring for someone, that kind of thing. So yeah, they do really like you. This is an interesting reading because we wanted like a one-word response to really summarize it. And I think life just isn't really like that, So yeah, but I feel like, the overriding energy here is more of a lust energy coming from them. And some of you are going to be like, hell yeah, sounds good to me. I'm not judging. Okay, so let's see what your spiritual guidance energy we have from the Crystal Angels Oracle deck. Citrine. Unnecessary worries. So these worries you've been having, I hope you can see this. It's hard for me to tell. They're unnecessary. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Nice. And I'm actually going to, because I haven't actually used the book much for this deck, but I've been loving using these cards in my Love Connection paid readings lately. I've been using it a lot. Not in all of them, but I've been using it quite a bit. If I feel called to use a certain deck, I will use it. But let's just see what else the book has to say. Okay, have you been worrying, dear one? This card comes to you as a sign of needless worry, which God and your guardian angels are helping you release. Chronic worry can be draining and debilitating to physical, mental, and emotional health, create and attract self-fulfilling prophecies, distract you from your priorities, cause you to second guess your qualifications to fulfill your life purpose. That's why God and your guardian angels are lifting these burdens from your mind, heart, and body. They first remind you that all worry is centered in thoughts about the future. With your attention fixed on what's ahead, it's difficult to focus on the present moment. You're guided to notice this present moment, such as how your body feels right now. For example, notice how your feet feel. Wiggle your toes. Then notice your muscles and breathe to release tension. Notice your heartbeat and breath rate and hold the intention for them to relax. Notice your thoughts and notice your feelings. By focusing upon what is going on in the present, your mind shifts away from future worries. It's also helpful to reframe statements expressing your worries using the words, God, please help me with blank. So for instance, instead of I'm worried about my health, say, God, please help me with my health. Worry never helps anything, but prayer always helps everything. About citrine, named for the French word for lemon, citrine is a yellow quartz crystal that offers the energy and happiness of crystallized sunshine. So I'd say bring more happiness into your life and maybe practice mindfulness, which is basically what that the Oracle book message was walking you through, was a mindfulness activity. So you might want to seek out some more of that. Maybe spend time in nature, spend time in sunshine, which is, related to the citrine gemstone. All right, guys, I hope that you got something helpful out of that reading. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like the video and subscribe for other videos if you haven't already. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, people who chose reading number 2, we're going to be asking, is this love, lust, a crush, or something else entirely? So I'm going to start out by using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I'm going to pull just one card for each of you, which will give me an initial feeling for what this is from each of your perspectives, what your, if this is love for you, if it's lust, etc. And then we can pull some clarifiers with one of the other decks that I have here to get a little bit further into it. And then we'll end with your spiritual guidance message. Ooh, well, I would say from your end, it's love. It is love. Oh my God, it's love from both of your ends. Wow. I mean, this is beautiful. We have the Ten of Cups, which is, you see this person as your ultimate emotional fulfillment in life. The person who's going to make you the most happy. I feel like you see a future here with this person. It isn't just love in the moment, but also you see this person as someone who you can have, till death do you part. You feel a definite future. Maybe you even sense that the two of you might have a family together. From their end, they may not have gone quite that far, although we do have here a dove with, I don't know what this, a little cross in its mouth. It reminds me of a communion wafer. I don't know. So there is definitely a very spiritual element to their love for you. I just sense like a real peacefulness, like you really put this person, you give them a sense of peace, and they feel that this is a very beautiful, pure love. That's what I get. Now, they may not be necessarily imagining this far off into the distance, but they know that this connection with you is very loving and that it's something that they want to explore and makes them feel very happy emotionally. It gives them very positive feelings. So let's see. I'm going to use the Santa Muerte deck with you guys. And we'll just get further into it. Now, love is a good enough answer. Love from both ends. This is wonderful, but, we'll give you a little bit more depth here. So with clarifiers, I usually just take them upright because they're just clarifying the initial card. We don't have to get into all of the rigmarole of reversals. But, I mean, this is just, to me, it's just further emphasizing what we've already said. The Hierophant to me is the marriage card. You see this person as your marriage partner. We get the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. There's just so much love here. It's overwhelming. You see them as your perfect partner, your equal. This feels like a very mutually supportive love. This person inspires you to love yourself more. And as we said, it could be someone you see yourself having children with, because the Page of Cups also can symbolize children. So yeah, that is very beautiful. Let's clarify from their end. We get the Queen of Wands. Ooh, the Eight of Wands. Nice. And the Six of Pentacles. So I feel, with them, this is definitely love, like I said before. They also see you, I feel like they see you as this Queen of Wands type, like a very fiery energy, and like, with this Eight of Wands, the way this skull is facing her, it's like This person is just so taken with you. They are enraptured with you. They think you are so beautiful, so alluring. You know, to me, the Eight of Wands also indicates like getting butterflies in your stomach, especially paired with the Ace of Cups, because it's a combination of that feeling of love, like pure spiritual love, unconditional love, along with that more passionate energy that we see with the wand. The suit of wands is more about passion and physical attraction. So yeah, like you definitely light everything up for them. Like all of the check boxes, you're checking those for them. With the Six of Pentacles, I see also like, you know, someone who feels like this is a very balanced energy, like there's a lot of balanced give and take in this. They feel like whatever they're giving to you, they receive it back in turn. And we also, you know, because in this particular deck, the Six of Pentacles, which this is the only deck I've seen like this, it depicts this clock. And so there is a sense of time here, like they want more time with you. They want things to speed up as well, because the Eight of Wands always speaks to that. So I feel like they want things to happen more quickly. And also I'm getting that part of the reason they would like things to happen more quickly between the two of you, you see how this person's facing you and they have this urgency to be with you. And you're looking the other way, like calling something in. You know, being your beautiful, awesome self. So they know that you are someone who's very attractive, and you could call in a new suitor or love interest very easily because of that. You attract a lot of attention. Now, a lot of you are like, no, I don't. Well, I mean, maybe you're just not aware of it, but this love interest of yours is aware of it. And they want to kind of speed things up, I feel like, because they don't want to lose out on this opportunity with you. All right, so let's see what your spiritual guidance is. We get Opal. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world, which is pretty much, you know, what the Queen of Wands is all about. So I'm just going to read from the book as well for this oracle card. Opal. I've been really loving this deck lately. But I don't usually read from the book because there's pretty substantial information on the card itself. But I think I am going to read from the book for you guys. Let me bring the camera down. Okay, let yourself sparkle and shine. Now's the time to reveal your personality and shine brightly. This card comes up whenever you have been hiding your light for fear of being too much. You are guided to show your larger-than-life side. Laugh heartily, express your opinions freely, dress boldly, and don't hold back. Again, this is like exactly how the Queen of Wands approaches life. You inspire others to shine their light through your living example. This card can also be a sign of expressing and clearing any anger you've been repressing in relationships. In particular, take healthy action in a marriage where hidden resentment has negatively affected the romance and friendship within the partnership. Marital counseling or meditation is advised to bring about healing and resolution. About opal, these fragile light refracting stones are formed from silica and water. Opals are celebrated for their fiery coloring and their association with spiritual alchemy. They can amplify hidden wishes and feelings as well as your intentions for manifesting. Also, they're just very pretty. I love opals. So yeah, I feel like, you know, if there is any hidden anger or resentment with this person, you know, there's so much love here. I haven't picked up on any of that, but if there is anything that's even just a little smidge there, I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to find a way of expressing that. Maybe physical action, maybe creative self-expression, but you need to get it out of your system somehow so that it's not blocking this love, because this feels like a very positive. This feels very positive and fruitful. You know, I feel like a lot of good is going to come out of this. So let me know how that resonated with you guys, and I'll see you around. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you later. Bye. right, people who chose reading number 3, I'm going to spritz some clary sage spray. I've got lemongrass in this particular batch, which gives it a very bright, cheerful smell. We're going to start out with the Rider-Waite Smith deck, and I'm just going to pull one card for each of you initially to answer the question of, is this love, lust, a crush, or something more? I'm sorry, or something else entirely. You knew what I meant. Okay. So we're going to start out just one card for each of you, and then we'll kind of go into it a little bit deeper from there. And we'll end the reading with some spiritual guidance, as I like to do. So we get 9 of Swords reversed for you and Page of Wands reversed for them. So, yeah. I mean, I think from your end, this might fall into the something else entirely category. So, I mean, the 9 of Swords is about feeling very anxious. With the reversal, I feel like you're trying to get past that. Maybe you're having some success in letting go of your fears, but this definitely indicates someone who is approaching this from a state of fear. My feeling is, because to me this reading is kind of about what's drawing you towards, what's propelling you towards this person. Is it love? Is it a crush? Is it lust, etc.? So I feel like what is propelling you towards them, or what keeps you attached to this situation, is fear. Some sort of fear. Maybe a fear of not being worthy. Maybe a fear of them not loving you. And so out of that fear, you're clinging to the connection. From their end, we have the Page of Wands. Now, on its face, we'll look more into it, but just, you know, right off the top of the bat, I feel like that would fall more into the lust category, because the Wands in general are a very lustful energy. This is the Page of Wands in reversal. You know, he's not a very intimidating guy, right? You're hearing my cat meowing in the background. That's Coco. If you're a regular viewer, you're familiar. If not, meet Coco, at least her voice. She might jump up on the table, but probably not. But anyway, so this is like someone who has a very, you know, their focus is more on the sexual. Maybe it's more of a physical attraction. But we also have this in reversal. Another thing this can indicate is that this person is not communicating to you very much. And that might be also some of the source of your anxiety. So let's see. I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot to get further into this. She just wants attention. Here she is. She's going to jump up here. You want to say hi? Come here. No. You just want to love on the edge of the table. Okay, for clarifiers, I usually just read them upright because I feel like that's easier. We're clarifying, so we're trying to make things clearer, not muddier. Okay, so we have another 9 here. We have the Page of Swords, the 2 of Cups, and then the 9 of Pentacles for you. So yeah, I mean, I feel like your fear, the fear that's drawing you towards this person, is because you do genuinely like them. You really like this person as a person. You like them for who they are. I think you want to get to know them better, especially with the Page of Swords. You're very curious about them. You want to know more about them. You want to get closer to them. However, with the 9 of Pentacles card here, you find yourself instead alone. You know, maybe you're reading books and the characters in the books you're reading remind you of this person. And it's almost like you're trying to get closer to them, or you're trying to get to know them better in a very roundabout way, you know, through getting tarot readings or watching movies and, you know, imagining them being the character in the movie or something like that. Also, this just indicates spending a lot of time alone. So we also have 2 9 cards here, and the 9 cards indicate the ending of a cycle. So I feel like you are at a place where you're realizing either this is going to develop into something now, or I'm just going to have to let it go and move on to what's next instead of wasting my time. So I feel like you're kind of at a crossroads of, is this actually happening now? If not, I need to move on. And so I feel like you're trying to get over the worry that you've had about whether or not this is going to develop, so that you can be at peace with yourself. And, you know, even if that means being single, like enjoying your life as a single. So let's see more about what's going on with them with their Page of Wands energy here. Ooh, we got the Empress and the High Priestess. Ooh. And the King of Pentacles. Wow, this person actually very strongly desires you, I think. And I think it's more than sexual. Perhaps the Page of Wands being reversed here means that this person feels a little bit intimidated. Like maybe they have, not that you're about to jump into bed, but like performance anxiety in a certain way. Like they feel intimidated. Like it's, they're afraid to approach you because they've really built you up in their head. Like the Empress is the ultimate woman. The High Priestess is this beautiful, ethereal type goddess energy. Someone who knows everything but can't quite be known herself. You know, you have this very mystical, elusive quality to you. I feel like maybe they just don't know how to approach you, but they are very attracted to you. And I feel like also this person wants to feel like they have something to offer to match your energy. You know, like you're in the Empress energy. I feel like they don't feel like they could quite get to the Empress energy, but maybe because the true mirror of the Empress would be the Emperor. Sorry, I don't know why it came out sounding so weird. The King of Pentacles is one of the court cards. Maybe he would be second in line, to being as much of a match for her as the Emperor. So I feel like this person, whether they're male or female, whether you're male or female or whatever, they have really built you up in their head to be this almost untouchable person who, like unattainable. It's like they don't ever feel like they could truly be good enough for you. And this really holds them back, but they're very attracted. They're definitely very interested. But I feel like if they're not communicating, it's because they don't really feel like they're good enough for you. And they feel like maybe if they tried hard enough, they could be almost good enough for you. So I don't know here. So let's get your spiritual guidance message. We get Moldavite, unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. That is always a beautiful message, no matter what. Let me read the book's, the more thorough message from the book about Moldavite. Okay, this card reassures you that your unique qualities are a part of your life purpose. It's possible that you have been teased or felt excluded for being different. Perhaps you've tried to change yourself to fit in and be normal, yet doing so is betraying who you are and ignoring the blessings and gifts of your authentic self. If it seems that your opinions and thinking style are not the same as those of other people, this is a sign of your creative ability. You have inventive, fresh ideas and talents that the world needs. You see things in a new way, which will inspire others out of their stagnation. Seek out other unconventional people so that you don't feel so alone. You may encounter like-minded people at clubs, conventions, and other gatherings, focusing upon areas aligned with your interests. Like Moldavite, you are otherworldly. Yet, fortunately, there are many others who share your origins and points of view. It's just a matter of going out and finding them. About Moldavite, this clear green crystal is from meteorites, and the genuine stone is found only in the Czech Republic. Because of its extraterrestrial origins, Moldavite has such a high energy that some people feel spacey and ungrounded in its presence. Moldavite is a catalyst for lucid dreaming, astral projection, and meditations for world peace. Well, that's very beautiful. I feel like a lot of times when there's a strong meteorite message, and especially in the way they talk about Moldavite here, There also could be some message from Spirit that you may have connections to other star systems. Maybe you've had other lifetimes in another star system, or you're a star seed. I don't know exactly what a star seed is, but I'm assuming it's a soul who has, maybe come here from a previous incarnation in another star system. But anyway, that might be something for you to explore. Beyond that, I feel like part of the message is to remind you that don't try to be someone other than who you are in order to attract this person, or anyone for that matter. For one thing, I feel like part of the reason this person likes you is because you are so unique and different. So don't try to be something you're not. You're going to attract people who don't really like the real you if you do that. So just be yourself. All right, guys, I hope that was meaningful for you. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you around. Bye, guys. All right, people who chose reading number 4, let's get into your reading and find out, is this love, lust, a crush, or something else entirely? We are going to be using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to start off with. I'm just going to pull one card for each of you, and then I'll use one of the other decks I have laying around here to kind of go further into it. But that initial card will give us kind of the overall starting point of the energy here. Okay, for you we have the Fool reversed. Ooh, and for them we have the Temperance. Okay. So for your end, I would almost say that this is more of a crush. However, the Fool card is major arcana, so I feel like it's probably more than just a crush. But, the Fool, the Fool upright is an energy of someone who really embraces the unknown. They're like, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm going to walk off this cliff and I feel like something great's going to happen, Someone who's really willing to take a risk, to take a leap of faith. So I feel like you are sensing a real potential with this person. However, there's some sort of hesitation. You're holding back. Maybe there's a little bit of fear that you're not really willing to jump out of that airplane, so to speak. Maybe you're afraid your parachute's not going to open and you're not going to land safely. Could be you're just afraid of getting hurt in this connection. Even though, you do sense like a spiritual calling towards them. I feel like that's what's pulling you towards them. You feel like sort of almost a sense of destiny. Now from their end, we have the Temperance card, which to me indicates someone who would want to have a relationship. So I feel like this would be more of love, I feel like with the Temperance also, it's more than just a crush, because with the Temperance card, you have someone who wants to completely bond with someone, to create alchemy. We're taking two different cups here and we're combining them to create some third entity, which is what the entity you would be as a couple, the relationship itself. They want to create this bond where the two of you are fully intertwined in each other's energy. Like a coming together of souls, sort of. All right. So what deck do we want to use to get more deeply into this? I think the Everyday Witch has been calling to me a lot during these readings. We're going to stick with that. So I'm just going to pull some clarifiers to understand more fully, why are you holding back? And, why is this person drawn to a relationship with you, etc. Let's see what's going on here. Whoops. So when I'm pulling clarifiers, generally I only take those cards upright. And that's what I'm going to do now. So we have Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the Star. So why are you holding back? I feel like, you definitely feel like you are at a crossroads with this person. I feel like that if you went towards them, it would be a lot of responsibility. Maybe you're not prepared for the responsibility of a relationship or a mature connection. You know, you're not willing to take on the burdens of getting to know them better. Something like that. I don't know. It's like you are afraid. You feel spiritually drawn to them. Again, like these are both cards to me that indicate like a sense of destiny with this person, but I feel like you're afraid of fulfilling that destiny. You feel like it's going to be hard. Maybe you're sensing that the spiritual lessons contained within this connection are going to be too much for you. And so part of you just wants your freedom. You know, part of you just wants to be free, which is also a full card energy, wanting to be free, unencumbered. So yeah, you're really torn between that aspect of the full card, which is about really embracing the unknown and stepping off into something and hoping for the best. And then that other aspect of the full card energy, which is, you know, this person's only carrying this small little bag. They don't want to be weighed down, you know, like they don't want all of this weight of these 10 brooms that this other person is carrying. They want to be in this unburdened energy. So yeah, I feel like you maybe have a little bit of commitment phobia. Maybe you're sensing that this person is wanting a solid relationship with you, and that scares you a little bit, even though you are very spiritually drawn to them at the same time. Let's see more what their energy is. We get the Emperor. This person knows what they want. The Two of Swords, they know what they want and they're taking aim, you know, and they're blindfolded too. They're like, I don't know exactly what's going to happen here either, but I know what I'm aiming for, and what they're aiming for is you. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. This person just really wants to give you. They want to bless you. They want, to me, the Six of Pentacles is also a relationship energy because we have an equal exchange of energies in this card. There's an equal balance of give and take. They see you as someone who's deserving of whatever it is they have to offer, because they know that you give, that you would bring so much to the table yourself. So this is interesting. Now, of course, the energies could be switched, you know, if that makes more sense to you. But I think for a lot of you, you just kind of have some commitment phobia, but this person doesn't. They know what they like, and they like you. So what is your spiritual guidance message? We have Citrine, and it says, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. Now, this is interesting to me. I feel like this person is very strong in their masculine energy because we have the Emperor card here. And it could be, you know, the Full card to me is a very masculine energy as well, because it's very, you know, it's very selfish. And I think that selfishness is not bad. We're taught to think that it's bad, especially for women, you know, and most of my viewers are women, but take this message as it resonates for you. But you know, you are not afraid to be a little bit selfish here. And I think that's great because you're in your masculine energy. But it could be that you need to balance that with the feminine energy of being receptive to seeing more about what this person wants to bring to the table, because they do want to offer you something. Okay, so let's look at the book as well and see what the book has to say about Citrine, and then we'll wrap up the reading there. This card comes up whenever you find yourself stuck in your masculine energy because of a competitive or stressful work or family situation. I don't know if you're seeing this or not. It's probably better to look at the card rather than the book anyway. Anyway, perhaps you feel like you've had to do battle or be extra vigilant. Yet there's a time to balance that masculine energy with the nurturing gentleness of your feminine energy. Every person has both masculine and feminine energy within, and balancing them is essential for health and effectiveness in life. The feminine energy receives divinely inspired ideas and creative insights, and the masculine energy puts these ideas into motion. Both are equally important as they are 50-50 partners. Too much feminine energy can lead to passivity, where dreams aren't acted upon, and too much masculine energy can result in uninspired or aggressive action. Prayers can help you find your balance. Once you do, you'll discover that your stress levels are reduced and you'll be better able to relax when you get home from work. About ametrine, this beautiful purplish stone has the sunset colors of gold peeking out from it, as it is a mixture of violet amethyst and yellow citrine. It's because of this dual nature that ametrine is considered such a wonderful stone for balancing your masculine and feminine energies. All right. Well, I hope that that was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you later, guys. Bye. All right, this is for people who chose reading number 5. I'm going to spray some clary sage spray. It also has some lemongrass essential oil in it. Just to clear the energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and pull one card for each of you to answer that question of, is this love, lust, a crush, or something else entirely? So let's just see what we get here. And do one more shuffle. Okay, for you we get the Knight of Cups. Nice. And for them we get the Temperance card reversed, so that's interesting. I'm also going to use one of the other decks that is that I have around here to go further into this energy, but let's just start off with what we've got here. So with the Knight of Cups, I would say this is more, you know, this is love, but maybe a little bit more to the crush end of things. You know, the Knight of Cups also can be a little bit of, you know, this is someone who's eager to get involved in a love connection, but it's not the most mature type of energy. This is someone who's very charming, so I feel like you're very charming, and you, I would say, probably like to flirt with this person, which makes me feel, like I said, like it's could be a little bit more of the crush type energy. So for them, I'm not sure what to call it, so I guess I'm going to call it something else. So normally the Temperance card upright, I would see as someone who wants to be involved in a relationship, which would be more of a love, more of a mature type attraction, because it's not just about lust or anything like that. It's more like the whole package, wanting to really know someone at all levels. But we have it reversed. I'm going to pull some clarifiers here, but my initial reaction is that this person senses that there is a pull to you, which they feel could potentially be a relationship. Like they feel the potential of a relationship with you, but there's something that is making them resist that. So let's just figure out more about what that is. I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot with you guys. That's the deck that seems to be calling out to me. It's to give us some clarifiers for why this person is resisting, and then to see more about what you're feeling as well. Let's see. So for the clarifiers, I'm just going to take upright cards because these are meant to give us more clarity, not to make the reading more confusing. So, okay. Well, I feel like you want something to happen very suddenly with this person. So maybe that's why we got this Knight of Cups. And remember what I said in the beginning, the Knight of Cups is someone who is very eager to get involved with someone romantically. they're riding in on that white horse, you know, wanting to swoop the other person up. So you're very attracted to them. I feel like you definitely see like a relationship, long-term potential here, because we have the 10 of Pentacles. We also have the 2 of Cups. This is very romantic. Like it's, I don't know, like, you know, I feel like you, again, like there's love here, but I feel like it's more of still a love that is building. You know, I don't think you've gotten to that level of maturity yet. Although I think you're close to it. I mean, I think you genuinely care about this person. You know, there aren't any ulterior motives here, but I feel like maybe you're still on the newer or beginning stages of discovering your feelings for this person. But yeah, I feel like you really want to romance them as well, or you want them to romance you. You want to have like, you know, you want to have like the roses and chocolates and the nice candlelight dinners, or whatever feels romantic to you, because for everyone it's going to be a little different. But also with the Tower card, like this is like, it could be also that your feelings came on very suddenly for this person. So just like out of nowhere, you're like, oh my God, I'm in love with this person. Which also gives me that more of like a crushy feeling, because love does not develop like that. It might start with that spark and then later develop into love, but it's not love per se that quickly. But there could be some past life stuff between the two of you that causes this spark to happen. You know, it's like a spark of recognition. You recognize their soul, whether you consciously understand that that's what's happening or not. And so there could be like already at the soul level, a basis for love with them. But I feel like either your feelings came on very strongly, or you're just wanting something to happen very quickly with this person, maybe a little bit of both. Let's see what we get for them to clarify. We get the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Oops, we got 2 cards wanting to come out. The World card and then the 6 of Wands. I feel like this person just feels a bit intimidated by you. The Queen of Wands tends to be an intimidating person, and I see this as representing you, whether you're male or female. Also coming up with the World card, I feel like this person really idealizes you. Like I feel like they just, you know, maybe they lay on their bed and they just think about you and they dream about you. Like they're looking up at the sky, and it's almost like being with you makes about as much sense or seems about as realistic as like being with the sky. I don't know. Like I feel like this person really gets caught up in their head a lot. You see, this depiction is quite a bit different from most 5 of Swords cards. This guy's lying on a pentagram, and each, you know, corner here that's being pierced by a sword has a rose. So they definitely have these romantic thoughts of you that I feel like they're allowing their thoughts, their fears, their worries to really interfere and cause this kind of inner conflict regarding, you know, what they want with you. I feel like they're not really sure what they want for you, because they feel drawn to you, but they also feel like you're the world. You're everything. You're, you know, they really put you on a pedestal as being this magnificent human being, and they want to be successful with you. They want to be this 6 of Wands, and like, you know, they want you to look at them and be impressed, you know, and I feel like they just don't know if you are or not. I feel like this person's a little bit shy as well. Like they want to look at you, but they don't, you know, like, you know, he's like purposefully looking away, like hoping you'll notice him. But he's afraid that you won't notice him. You know, we also have all of this imagery here in this card of you being looked at. So, you know, like I feel like this person takes a lot of glances at you, maybe looks at your social media, that type of thing. But also, like if you're around each other in person, maybe they find ways to look at you without you noticing that they're looking at you. So I feel like this is more like, yes, I feel like they would like to have a relationship with you, but they feel intimidated, and that maybe you wouldn't like them back in quite the same way, which obviously is not the case. But I feel like that's more what's going on. So it's like more of a confidence issue from their end. Let's see what your spiritual guidance card says. We have turquoise, spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. Well, you're definitely wanting to make life changes because we have the Tower card. You're not afraid of change. That is for certain. Let's see what else the book has to say for turquoise and your spiritual guidance. All right, this card comes to you because you've been praying and meditating about your spiritual path. Maybe you've also been praying and meditating about this connection. You may be feeling conflicts with your true beliefs, wondering whether to take a traditional or alternative route. Perhaps you've been studying or attending different religious, and spiritual groups, trying to see where you fit in and find other people aligned with your values. Your religious upbringing and family culture are factors here. While you would like to make your spiritual path decisions independently, you find yourself being influenced by your past. You also want to make the right choice that is best for your soul, and you do recognize that some traditional beliefs have merit. Even when people have the same religious faith, they have different interpretations. It's unlikely that any two individuals agree on every aspect of religion or spirituality because it's a deeply personal experience. Your life lessons continue to shape your beliefs, so keep praying and following your guidance. Finding people who have similar or complementary beliefs, even if they're not identical, can lead to deep friendships and help you navigate your own spiritual path. This card can also be about a relationship that is experiencing conflicts because partners have different religious or spiritual convictions. This is a challenging situation for both people, and it needs to be handled with prayer and often with counseling. About turquoise, this beautiful greenish blue stone associated with sacred Native American jewelry is one of the oldest recorded mined gemstones. Archaeologists have found turquoise jewelry and ornamentation in Egypt dating back to 5500 BC. Turquoise stones bridge heaven and earth and bring sweetness and pure love into your spiritual and religious practice. So it could be that maybe spirituality and differences of beliefs are affecting your connection with this person. If so, I feel like the message is to keep an open mind. And maybe this is something that would actually bring you closer together if you wanted to, initiate conversations with them about spirituality. Letting them know that you are, open-minded and, but also letting them know what you believe and what's important to you, what your values are in life, that sort of thing. I feel like I was getting some other message. Okay, bridging heaven and earth. I feel like there is a message here of this, being a type of connection where you can bridge those two worlds. The heavenly experience of unconditional love. I feel like there's a real potential here if you continue to get to know this person in an open-minded and unconditionally loving way, which means you're going to continue to love them regardless of whether you get to be with them in the way that you want. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you approach it from that way, you can bring that sense of loving into your earthly, everyday experience with this person. So it's really accepting this person fully as a human being because you want to be accepted fully as a human being. And when we're in the earth plane, we are flawed, when we're in the higher astral realms, it's not like we're perfect per se, but we're just, we're very different. Love, unconditional love comes much more easily. We don't get stuck in fear and worry and anger and resentment and all of those negative earth-based emotions. But loving someone in a bringing heaven into earth type of way, I feel like you're able to learn more about what that is with this person. How can you bring that ability to love the way that you do in the higher astral realms? How can you bring that down into the earthly realms where, sometimes the other person might have bad breath? Can you love them even if they have bad breath, or if their clothes are wrinkled, or can you love them even if they did something that got on your nerves, or if they made you feel rejected or whatever? Bringing heaven into earth is about accepting people for their earthly qualities, which sometimes are very magnificent and sometimes are very frustrating, because again, in the earth realm, we have these limitations. We all have them. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't liked and or subscribed already, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you around. Bye, guys. All right, last but not least, for people who chose reading number 6, we're going to be asking, is this love, lust, a crush, or something else entirely? I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to start out with, and I'm just going to pull one card for each of you to begin. Let me shuffle a couple of times. Okay, so for you, I have the Knight of Cups. That came up in the last reading as well. Ooh, and for them, we have the Tower card reversed. So just like with the people in reading number 5, what I get with the Knight of Cups, that this is more of a crushy energy. It's kind of like, I didn't say this to them, so you all are special here, but because it just came to me. I kind of feel like it's like a Katy Perry teenage dream type energy, like, yes, you love them, you really care about them, but it's with that kind of teenage love quality where maybe the feelings are not quite fully developed. It could be that a little bit of what draws you to them is lust. So I feel like it's crushy energy where it's like love and lust combined. So I guess we could call that something else entirely as well, but that's the energy that I'm getting. Yes, you definitely care for this person. You care about their emotions, that you're probably more invested in your own emotions. Now, from their end, we have the Tower card reversed. Like, to me, this is someone who I feel like is like falling head over heels for someone else, and they're trying to hold it back. Or like, feelings have come on suddenly and they're very, it's scaring them. Or maybe things are progressing very suddenly with the two of you and it's scaring them, but they are feeling like something between the two of you is very dramatic and they find it to be terrifying. So whether this is love or something else, I feel like these feelings that they're having for you are overwhelming them because they are so new, and I feel like it is terrifying because they've never felt so vulnerable before. Like, they feel like this connection is changing their life in a way that they're not really fully prepared for. So it's kind of like that falling in love feeling, but not like a fully developed love as well, because I feel like this is kind of like more of a new energy. Which deck shall we use? Let's use we're going to go into this a little deeper with some clarifiers. I'm going to use the Santa Muerte deck for you guys. One more. I'm just going to do upright readings for the clarifiers. So we have the Ten of Cups, the Hermit, and the Temperance card. You know what? I feel like this is more than just a teenage dream type love. I feel like there is more of a maturity here than I would take this card to mean just at face value, because we have the Ten of Cups. I feel like, whether it's realistic or not, maybe you're building castles in the air. It could be that type of thing where you're kind of jumping the gun a little bit with your emotions. But the Ten of Cups to me indicates a very overwhelming overflow of love for someone. And it also, especially because we have the Temperance card, which is a relationship card, to me indicates that you really see a future, like a very significant future with this person, perhaps even like having a family, living together, being married, that type of thing. And actually with the Hermit card, I do feel that you are not, I think you are being very thoughtful about this connection. So yeah, I don't think you're jumping the gun. I think that you're being very thoughtful. You really, I think maybe it could be with the Knight of Cups, you want to be very romantic towards this person. Maybe you imagine like giving them flowers or writing poetry to them, just saying very sweet things. I think you really want to express your feelings to them. So yeah, this at this point is veering more towards the love category very strongly. I feel like this actually has a lot more maturity than I would assume outright from the Knight of Cups card. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this Tower card reversed person here. So you get the Knight of Wands. Again, there's a quick, fast-moving energy with that. Five of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. I feel like what is happening is that they are very attracted to you, and they definitely want something to happen with the two of you, because we have the Knight of Wands, and this Knight of Wands is moving over towards this Queen of Cups, which I take to be indicative of you, because you're coming forward with all of that loving energy, like wanting to extend your love, wanting to express your love, just like she's holding out this heart here. I think they might be overwhelmed, or even like they like that you're extending this love to them. It could be with this Five of Swords, you see this couple, like they like this energy of the two of you together, but they feel like there are other people outside of the connection who maybe would say things about the two of you which are negative, like maybe there are some haters hating on your all's connection. They feel like other people might try to interfere or just would say negative things, or they feel afraid of maybe gossip, slander. So with the Tower card reversed, maybe they feel like getting together with you would cause a lot of people to talk. That said, the Knight of Wands is not the most loving energy. This is more someone who's motivated by the pursuit of adventure, of passion, of sexuality. So, I almost feel like this person might be willing to get involved with you on a certain kind of level, like they would like to have sex with you, but they are afraid what other people would say about it. Maybe they feel like other people would call them out. But they're very drawn to the love that you're offering. I feel like the resistance for them, the big change that they are afraid of, has more to do with what other people would say about it. But my advice to you, because you're coming through with a very mature energy, their energy is very immature. If this reading resonates for you, and if it doesn't, use your own judgment, but if this makes sense to you, I would just warn you maybe to be a little bit cautious about this person, because I'm not really sure if their intentions are on the same level as yours. Like you're looking for something very mature. I feel like they might be more looking for friends with benefits, or like wham bam thank you ma'am type of thing. So if that's what you're looking for, great. That's not what I'm picking up from this though. All right, so what's your spiritual guidance message? We have calcite. It says, busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. And I'm also going to read the message from the book. I've been really drawn to using this deck lately, although until I did this specific pick-a-card reading, I hadn't actually read the book. I feel like there's a significant amount of information on the cards themselves, but for you guys, I'm going to give you the whole shebang. So let's see what we got here. This card comes to you because you are juggling multiple responsibilities, and you may feel stressed about your schedule. There's also a possibility that your health has been strained because you are doing everything yourself without help. You may even feel that other people are taking advantage of your kind generosity. Well, I feel like this person, they really like your generosity, your emotional generosity, and I do feel that this might be a confirmation here, although they're talking about something else, that this person might want to take advantage of your emotional generosity. So just heads up. You are being guided to take charge of your schedule. What can you release in order to give yourself more breathing room? Remember to pray for strength in setting boundaries and say no to inappropriate requests for your time or any other sort of inappropriate request that this person might be making. If you tend to people please and feel obligated to say yes to others, this card can also be an indication of drama addiction. When there's a pattern of stressing yourself needlessly, signs of this include feeling a rush of adrenaline or a sense of self-importance in response to your hectic schedule, boasting about how busy you are, or affirming a sense of victimhood and powerlessness over your schedule. In addition, this card is a sign of busy times ahead. In these cases, it's best to plan your health strategy for dealing with multiple responsibilities while still being responsible to yourself. About calcite, one of the most common crystals on the planet, calcite comes in a variety of colors and ranges from opaque to clear. It is renowned for clearing negativity, assisting with grounding, and increasing focus. I have a really pretty green calcite that I love. Yeah, so are you trying to people please when it comes to this person? If so, I feel like you're being asked to pull back. Is this person taking up a lot of time in your energy and you feel flattered because you think, well, if they're giving you a lot of time, or if they, want to be texting you a lot or calling you a lot or spending a lot of time with you, it makes you feel important or special somehow? Then I think Spirit is saying, like, there has to be more than just that. It's more than just being busy or being interacting a lot. You need to look for more than that. Have standards, have boundaries. All right. So let me know how this resonated for you in the comments below. And if you haven't liked or subscribed yet, make sure to do that. And I will see you guys around. Bye.